What's good, y'all? It's your boy, the Urban Juggernaut, Sean Black, and we're here live with another episode of 310 TV, the interview and podcast show. Happy holidays, as you see. We're going to keep things moving. Today, we have a very special guest. He's a known local rap star, but he made a lot of moves on the international scene, from Guam, Europe, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, and about how he got started and how he got into the international scene. 310 TV is a podcast that's going to showcase entrepreneurs, rappers, fitness, just anybody with an inspiring story to tell, a business who's coming up right here from Los Angeles, California. Hey, and pretty soon we're going to have them all over the world. So tune in as we lock in to my man, Young Invent.
Do this. Like I could probably do this. Let me start rapping. So me and my brother, rest in peace, my brother Doja, me and my brother decided we was gonna start. Let's do a hip hop. Let's do a hip hop record label. I would be the artist or whatever. Start getting into it. So I was in high school. I went to Torrance High with all the white boys or whatever. I was the only one who could rap. So it was like they were like, oh my God! Like back in the days, man. Like some of you youngsters not gonna know this. Back in the days, when you said you used to rap, females used to be like, oh my God, he raps. Now you say that shit, they're like, oh my God, he raps? So it's different, you dig? But it used to be fun, man. I used to just be freestyling all of the time. And then that's how I got my name, Young Invent. They were just like, oh man, like he just be inventing stuff out of the blue. So I was like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? I was young, so I put the young in front of it, Young Invent, and that was it, man. That's how everything's been moving.
That's crazy. You get the Torrance High.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I went to Pedro. So.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm from Englewood. Same thing. I ended up moving around, and I ended up over there. So yeah, man, that's cool. So you grew up in the similar area. We're around. I'm 36. You're
33.
33.
Yeah.
So for those who, even like I said, pre-wrestling. For those who don't know, I was hip hop. I was trying to rap, produce, all that. So we were around similar. We grew up around the 50 Cent range, the game, where hip hop was. The more successful rappers were doing the tough, the gangster imagery. I was a big fan of Soulja Slim. A lot of, that's listening, and I wasn't from that at all. But it was just funny that genre, Mobb Deep, everybody drew a lot of black males and all that.
Did, man.
So you honestly could have gone that route. What made you? And of course, we're going to talk about this a little later.
Yeah.
What made you initially be like, I'd rather do party or feel good rap? Like, because like I said, even there's a couple of tracks that I made, a couple of production, and I'm like, selling packs. I listen to my old stuff. I'm like, I wasn't doing none of that. I was a video game nerd, but it drew us.
Nah, it did.
Yeah.
Honestly, it did, because I used to listen to Nas, Mobb Deep, NWA, Ice Cube. I listened to all of them. I think what it was more so of, like, don't get me wrong, like I said, like, grandma lived in the hood, we lived in Compton. I grew up in Compton or whatever. Shouts out to my nigga, alias Odd Man. Grew up in Compton or whatever, but I was never part of the hood. Like I was always the cool one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of how Ice Cube was. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't gang affiliated, but the hood knew who he was.
Yeah.
They respected him because they knew he was about his business.
Yeah.
So my thing was I didn't want, since hip hop at that time was at its purity. Like you really, like how you said, 50 lived it, Game lived it. If you really wasn't living like that, like you would get clowned back then. Like people lost their careers because they was saying that they was part of this hood, and then they found out they really wasn't.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then plus they had Banging on Wax.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Came out, and I'm from LA, so it's like I knew what that was like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My cousins was gang banging hella hard. My uncle went up north for gang banging and taking somebody's life. You did?
Yeah.
So it's like I always used to see that, and I used to stay away from it. Like, you know what I'm saying? They used to tell me, "Oh, you the smart one in the family. Make sure you and Don do this or whatever." Like, so that's how it was. So it's like what made me stick to the, I want to say the party music, because at first I was doing more lyrical, like lyrical, biblical, then spiritual. Like that was me. That was Young Invent. But then I started becoming more party feel good music because I was going to parties. I was performing at parties. Then I came out with me and my boy. Shouts out to my boy ERG. We came out with Mucho Fuego.
That was a hot song.
Appreciate it, man. And that's what made me like more of a. I don't want to say star. I don't want to say a pop star. I want to say it made me popular. You feel me? Because it's not. I'm not at the. I'm building since moving. So it's like that's what made me popular, especially because the Latinos started backing me up. I mean, I was always cool with the Latinos, but they really started backing me then.
And we're gonna jump on that. Yeah, it made a soundtrack, right?
Yeah, it made a soundtrack. We was on. I got it on 2 soundtracks. One movie, I forgot the name of the movie, whatever. It was big, but it was whatever. The other movie was American Bad Boy. Made it to the soundtrack. That had Cat Williams in it.
Yeah.
It had a bunch of huge names. Yeah. Shouts out to my boy Fast Life, my boy Johnny T. Don't give me that or whatever. But yeah, that had a lot of impact, man.
And didn't one of the Vivica Fox movies?
Yeah. Vivica Fox movie. It's a lot, man.
Yeah.
So it's like I do stuff. It gets connected with certain things, and then it's like not that I forget. It's just there's so much shit going on.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Yeah.
Like so much going on. But yeah, it was attached to the Vivica Fox movie. I forgot the name of the movie.
Yeah. And okay, so doubling back, when I say I'm a fan of hip hop, I'm a fan of indie music. So I've actually, in a way, followed your career. It's funny, we kind of knew. I think you kind of knew me. It's one of the things. Yeah. Cause I mean, I can bring up how we do shit. But like I said, locally, I follow a lot of locals. And I remember, watch it, it's gonna blow you away. Watch this. I remember you opened up the Jim Jones.
Oh!
You know, remember that?
Yeah, that's like closer to the beginning of the career. Yeah. I did
see?
Jim Jones, man.
I follow MySpace. Like I said, MySpace fell off. MySpace, you can follow and find so much music over that, bro. When it was just hot.
MySpace was dope.
And there were a lot of local songs that I kept that never blew up, but you just become fans.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was a mutual person we had in between. And then I went to that Jim Jones show. And I remember you one of the people opening it up. And like I said, from that era, it was like, I was learning the business myself because I was trying to do the beats. I had little, homies and stuff. I was really trying to get into the business.
Yeah.
So I remember back in the day, that first hustle, sell tickets.
Yep.
You gotta sell tickets.
Man.
Yeah. That's how you get your money.
Yeah. It was crazy, man. Is that honestly, I think that's what made me so good at this business. Yeah. Because it was like when I first started. I started as a promoter. Like before I even decided to rap, I started as a promoter, so it was easy for me to get people in the building. And then I got associated with the major plugs in Hollywood. Then I started working for Bo Jesse. Bo Jesse took me under his wings. He taught me everything about promoting, how to get people to the show and all the other stuff. So when Bo Jesse taught me how to do that, it was easy for me to get tickets off because it was like. It was more so of like, yo, come see Jim Jones as opposed to seeing Young and Betty. Yeah. But then it started becoming where it was like, niggas was like, are you performing? Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about it. Is you performing? Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm performing.
That's that support.
So that's when I started being like, yo, this shit, I can take this serious. So then I started going to clubs and telling them like, yo, I can bring people. Yeah. Like, I can bring people myself. So Bo Jesse actually gave me the first chance of being a headline artist at Club Crest. I don't know if you remember.
Crest, Hollywood Crest. I was clubbing, young and clubbing, bro.
Yo, Club Crest was the #1 spot at the time when I did it. Yeah. And everybody was like, how did you get that? How did you get that? Bo Jesse hooked me up. Yeah. Bro, when I tell you we sold out Club Crest at 11 p.m., we sold out Club Crest at 11 p.m. I got footage. Pictures, everything. I'm in the middle of the crowd.
That's the one he was in the middle of the crowd.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the crowd.
It
was crazy.
I was promoting promoting clubs, promoting this, promoting that. And so I knew it was funny when you see the grind. So when you see local artists, certain local artists that you never hear of. But you constantly see the name. So that's why I was familiar. I was on Crest, Florentine Gardens, La Mirage, the Grand, the Boogie, what's
the
that?
Door.
The The Door.
The Door, man.
What's that? OHM.
OHM. Yeah.
I was running around, man. Everybody know, a lot of people.
Hey, what up, love? How you doing?
So check this out. And this is the honest truth. I told Johnny the same thing, and I'll be real with you.
Yeah.
I've seen growth because in the beginning, like I said, I told Johnny this. But I told Johnny I liked the drive, but I wasn't feeling the music.
Yeah.
And Johnny's the plumber thing, I get it, but I felt like that's cool, but it just wasn't kicking, And then same with you in the beginning, I'll hear the music, I'm like, it wasn't it.
Yeah.
But literally, I have seen just throughout time the growth, like up.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I didn't get trained as a wrestler. There's matches I'm like, oh, they're horrible.
Yeah.
And you look back and you're like, but then, like I said, when you come back and you see the growth, I'm not the same guy wrestling that I was. Like back in the day, I look at videos, I'm wrestling like robot.
Yeah.
But now I'm flowing a little better.
Man. So you did the little.
Yeah, exactly. So I've honestly seen the growth through the music, and a lot of rappers today, they pay too much attention to what they're wearing and what they got in stacks of money.
Yeah.
But the music is everything the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
So doubling back, the track that did catch my eye was Mucho Fuego.
What up, Isaiah?
Yeah, and why I like that, because like I said, I love every genre of hip hop.
Yeah.
But when you go to the club, you want to have fun, you want to pop bottles, you ain't trying to bang. Regular dudes ain't trying to bang. They're trying to go have a good time, no disrespect, We got to try to go catch the girls, pop bottles,
Exactly.
Just enjoy the scenery, all that. And that was one of those songs that I personally like because it brings you to a happy place.
I appreciate it, and it's funny that you said that, because that's literally just what you were saying. Because at the time, I had beef with an LA rapper, Compton rapper. That's more known than me, and so I was on that hood shit, like you know what I'm saying? Because I'm from Compton, like we can get poppin'. But when I talked to my boy ERG and my boy Isaiah from Unfakeable, that's what I told him. I said, yo, like, let's do a club track. I'm gonna do a club track.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I don't want it literally what you said.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the club like trying to be like the hard ass. That's not me. I don't want to be in the club, the dude where you sitting there, you drinking, and he trying to freestyle over the beat. Nigga, the intellectual spinning,
Yeah, somebody else comes up to you.
I'm tired.
I done been so tired. They on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh
all
my
the
God.
time.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, what they do, Ash? So it's like I tried to stay away from that. So I wanted to be on some like, let's have fun. When you hear the song, you want to have fun. You want to shake your ass. You want to throw money. You want to drink. So that's what inspired me to do that. That's why I wrote it the way I wrote it. You feel me? Where I was like, I don't drink, but I'll buy out the bar. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Throw the hundreds in the bill, see them twinkle in the sky. Hey.
So is it okay if we show a clip?
Yeah, of course. Man.
All right, so check this out.
If the club's on fire, then I'm on fire. What? Mucho fuego. Mucho fuego. Mucho fuego. If the club's on fire, then I'm on fire. What? How can I not be a true baller, homes? When I walk in the club with a true baller on, and your girl looking at me like, ain't bigger, you wrong. Whoa, it's a this motherfucker. Hey yo, baby, I need you to do it. I don't drink. What the hell would I buy the bar out, stupid? Okay, maybe just this one time. Take the bills out my pocket, throw them high. And I didn't know that bitch didn't make it fly. Watch them as they twinkle really slowly in the sky. Since that's the definition of make it rain. Since I throw so much money, guess I make a hurricane. Mucho fuego. Mucho fuego. Mucho fuego. If the club's on fire, then I'm on fire. What? Mucho fuego. Mucho fuego. Mucho fuego. If the club's on fire, then I'm on fire. What? Walk in the club with my mid jeans on. Try and be a jacket, man, I'm taking someone home. Guarantee you down. If I'm down, then we can probably do it all night long. You already know that your boys ain't listed. That's titillating backwards. We ballin', bitches ballin'. I got the CA running with me. Plus the Fadeable Productions got them clubbing with me. The red carpet look better with the H on it. Why buy shots? I done put a few hundred on it. Sprinklers ain't working, it ain't my concern. Cause we don't need no water, let the mother burn like Mucho Fuego. Go, go, Mucho Fuego. Go, 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 Mucho Fuego. If the club's on fire, then I'm on fire. What? Go, go, Mucho Fuego. Go, 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 Mucho Fuego. Go, 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 Mucho Fuego. If the club's on fire, then I'm on fire. What?
That was Young and Vince, Mucho Fuego.
Yeah.
We're gonna show where you can buy the track, all that good stuff later. But support that track, cause like I said, it's so feel good. Like you feel like you in Vegas. You just Mucho Fuego. All right. And before we close it out, and then at the end we're gonna let you talk about all your part and everything.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Snowed In.
Oh,
that Rick Ross track.
Rick Ross feature.
This man did a song with Rick Ross, and please tell us how all that came about. And I'm gonna let you take it from here.
Yeah, man. Basically, one of my boys, he was like, "Yo, like I'm cool with Ross. I can get you a feature or whatever because you looked out for me." I was like, "Man, that shit sounds suspect, but all right, for sure." So he's like, "Send me the beat." So I sent him the beat or whatever because my boy Goku made the beat. That was like my favorite beat at the time. So I was like, all right, let me listen to it. I sent it to him. And at first, I sent him 3 beats. At first, the first 3 beats, he was like, hell nah. Like, he was like, nah, man. He was like, Ross ain't feeling none of that shit. And I was like, all right. So I sent him another beat. And he was like, man, you about to blow your chance, bro. Ross ain't feeling none of this shit. And I was like, man, I'm gonna blow my chance already, right? So I'm like, all right. So he said, I sent him the last beat. And he was like, that's the one that y'all throwing. He was like, yo, he feeling it. So I guess the nigga thought I was from Dallas or some shit like that. So that's why he says, oh, we on our way to Dallas. And I'm like, nigga, I'm not from Dallas. I'm from LA. But I was in Dallas a lot. I was talking about Dallas a lot because of my sister Yvette. Shouts out to my sister Yvette. So it's like, I was talking about Dallas, so that's why. So I was like, man, I appreciate it. So I actually met Ross when I did Shattercut. So when I met Ross, it was like all love, bro. I didn't really, I knew he knew who I was because we did the song, but I didn't know he knew who I was.
Yeah.
So it's like he was like, hey, what's up, man? Talked to me for a brief second. That was it. But it's like my homegirl Georgia Rome, she introduced me to so many people, bro. Nipsey Hussle, Compton AV, fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony. Take that back. Bone Thugs and Harmony I did with my boys ERG when we did a show out there in Santa Paula. But yeah, man, that shit was crazy, bro. Got it cleared, went through ASCAP, saw they accepted on the ASCAP and all that other shit. Man, it's just made history, bro.
Let's go. Also, now you reached an avenue that very few who have known about. You also done a lot of background in the industry. You learned that, like I said, not only have you done music, but you've written and you talking about ASCAP, all this stuff. And a lot of people, like I said, a lot of these youngsters don't even know nothing about that. They just, And you have managed to do international shows. Yeah. Every time I look up, you in Guam.
Guam.
So I know the music. I know the music hits internationally. So just going there briefly how you've learned how to be successful because you don't. It's okay to say you don't have a job. You don't work. So he learned how to be successful and have music pay his bills. Just school the youngsters a little bit on how to do that and how you've made success internationally.
when we first started, me and my brother, like I said, Doja, rest in peace, we thought everything's about paperwork. So it's like you can do 100, like you would know.
Mm-hmm.
You can do 100 reps. If you're not doing them correctly, you're not gonna see results.
Yeah.
So you have to know all of the ins and outs of the business that you're jumping into. Anytime you get a regular job or any job or whatever have you, when you jump into something, they're gonna train you on what to do. Oh, you have to sign this paperwork, fill out this paperwork. That's exactly how it is. Like, know your paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
Fill out your ASCAP. Once you got ASCAP, fill that out. Once you got a song that you feel like is going to go somewhere, then you fill out your Nelson sound scan. Fill out this, fill out that. Fill out everything that you can, because you get paid at so many avenues and so many ways to make money. Oh, shit. So many ways to make money with this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I make money from licensing. So same thing, like when I sent Mucho Fuego to Universal, and they put it on their movie. You get paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
I put Mucho Fuego on a boxing thing for EA Sports. They paid me for that.
Mm-hmm.
Every time American Bad Boy gets bought, I get paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you got to know all of the paperwork, and you got to fill out the paperwork in order to do that. It's like I said, there's so many ways to make money. Some people think, oh, you just got to sell CDs. Nah, man. You only got to sell CDs now, especially as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
You literally can just have it where you do streams, you get paid for streams,
Mm-hmm.
you get paid for licensing, you get paid for writing,
Yeah.
you get paid for performing, you get paid for the performer, plus you get paid from ASCAP for performing.
Yeah.
So it's just so many avenues, bro.
And I'm sure, did you have a solid lawyer?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, always get a solid lawyer.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be an expensive lawyer.
Yeah.
Just get a lawyer to do the bare minimum paperwork.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I really want y'all to hear this, because for all the youngsters who are watching, I know people who've done things in the early 2000s and things. I ain't gonna say either movie or but just the situations in general. And Netflix and the streaming companies are picking it up. But a lot of these kids signed their life away at the time, so they're not getting any royalties from Netflix. And you guys just heard about Dave Chappelle. He pulled his thing off.
Yeah, he pulled it off.
Yeah. So
that's not
make sure you get that lawyer, your music, LLCs, things like that.
Yeah.
It's all important, because you would never want anything taken away from you. And other people profit, just like, it's known throughout time. And you were struggling.
And it's actually super cheap to get an LLC, surprisingly.
Right.
You can go to the closest Hall of Records. They'll give you an LLC for like $200. Or you can do what most people do, which is called a self-proprietor. If you do a self-proprietor, the only problem with that is that you can name the company after yourself, or you can name the company whatever you want, but somebody can use your same exact name in another state.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as you have all your paperwork together, everything is super easy. Everything's a tax write-off. Everything you buy as an artist is a tax write-off. It's just so many ways to make money when you have a business, and so many ways to, I don't want to say rent money, I want to say invest money correctly when you have a business, so where you don't have to do other things and you can keep moving forward. You dig?
50 Cent just said, you're not rich until you make money while you sleep.
Exactly.
So,
Facts.
yeah, make sure to also... Make sure also, banks have for free your bank financial planner, because I had to get my finances back together and things. So it's a lot of avenues. Like I said, these are tough times, y'all. So these are the things we got to hear. Invest in yourself. Please, please, please. Like I said, after that, one of the best things to do is invest in yourself. Gucci, Fendi, Coach, they are all set. But those aren't investments, right? And they will not invest in you, I'm pretty sure.
Invest in you.
Yeah.
Because they don't really, they already established.
Yeah.
That's what I tell everybody, man. Put your money into the right corporations. That's another way that you can make money, man. Like if you can show particular companies, that's another way. Sponsorship. If you can show particular companies that you can increase their sales in particular areas by 12%, 10%. It doesn't even have to be high numbers. Some people think like, oh, I gotta have 100,000 people. No, man. As long as you show them a certain percentage that you can increase their numbers in your particular area, they'll sponsor you, man. So trust me, there's so many ways to make money at this, so many ways for you to actually come up, so many ways for you to actually get out the hood and move forward, man. Even if you're not in the hood, if you did like I did, I moved to the suburbs and I got focused on the money, you know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do is just remember, focus on the money, focus on the business.
Yes, sir. All right, man. This was a great interview. What we're going to do is we're going to close out, of course. I'm going to let my man Young Invent know where to find him and what he has coming up.
Man, you can easily go to younginventmusic.com. Literally everything is there, from my IG, from my Twitter, from my IG, Twitter, Facebook, like page. Everything is all on younginventmusic.com. You'll see my other artists that I work with, my boy Diverse Official, who just dropped his album, Fire. Make sure you check it out. It's reggae. You go love it. I promise you, you go love it. Diverse Official, spelled the correct way. Just go there. Deep End's coming December 4th with my boy V8 Tracks as a producer. That stuff is hot. I promise you.
Wow. And of course, support Sean Black. Jason's got the Venmo, Cash App, all that.
All that.
It ain't about, like I said, I tell people in your podcast, it ain't about me stuff in my pockets. But as you see, we built a little studio here. We got to take care of my cameraman. We want to keep the podcast going and add some new things and, just a lot of stuff on the future. So remember, as you see it floating by, support Sean Black, Cash App. Support Amped Up Wrestling. You know what I'm saying? You guys, COVID hit us hard. But when everything is straight, we want to come back stronger for the community. We got to cancel a little toy drive coming up today, bad news. But, because they're going to go lockdown and things like that. But as long as you keep supporting us, we can not only keep providing for what we got going on here and events for the community, because that's what Amped Up Wrestling is about. And that's what 310 TV is about. So remember, continue to support. Once again, this is another episode of 310 TV. I am your host, the Urban Juggernaut, Sean Black. Tune in and follow my man, Young Invent Jeffrey Murphy. And we are out.
Peace.